Pulicat Lake, straddling Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu, the second largest brackish water lagoon of Chilika, also contains the island of Sriharikota, housing the Satish Dhawan Space Center, which, along with Tumba, is one of the two satellite launch centers in India. Famous for its bird sanctuary, marshy forests, and wetlands, not many are aware of its rather long history as a seaport, which we are going to look at in this particular video. One of the oldest seaports on the Coromandel Coast, starting right from 300 BC. At its peak, the town had a population of around 50,000 and was one of the most important seaports on the eastern coast. And during the Tamilakam period of the Cholas, Pandyas and Cheras, between 300 BC to 1279 CE, this was a northern outpost for these kingdoms. Periplus of the Artiansi mentioned this in his chronicles, along with other important ports like Pulicat, that was Pondicherry, and this was mentioned as Podoki. Again, Townley's map in the 2nd century showed the location of this place. During the 9th century, Arab traders began settling here and more began to come here during the 13th century. Mainly the Qadims from Medina who were banished when they refused to pay tribute to the new caliph. They adopted Tamil language and soon became one of the leading traders here. Ships from Arabia transporting tin from Malaya to Oman regularly stopped at Pulicat en route, and soon the Islamic presence grew here. Good number of the Tamil Muslim community claimed descent from them, and even now one can find old masonry missions and ruins that were once occupied by these Arab traders. The Portuguese, who established a trading outpost here 1502, following the decline of the Vijayanagar Empire, built a church dedicated to Nossa Senhora de Prazeres. However, by 1600 their influence began to decline and soon the Dutch took over. The Dutch had the longest reign here from 1610 to 1784, and Pulicat was one of their main settlements. This began in 1606 when a Dutch ship stopped on the shores of the Karimanal village, and the local Muslims offered food and shelters and also struck up a partnership to procure and supply local merchandise. Ravi, the wife of Venkatapati Raya, then ruler, had given permission to the VOC, the Dutch East India Company, to begin trading from there. And they built a Fort Geldria as a defense against attack and soon monopolized the lucrative textile trade within the eastern part of Asia. Though they faced initial resistance from the Portuguese, that was overcome with the help of the later Vijayanagar rulers Venkatapati Raya and Sriranga. They named the place as Pulicat, and from 1616 to 1690 it was the official headquarters of the Dutch Coromandel region. The thriving handloom industry in Kanchi and many other towns also contributed a lot to the textile trade from which the Dutch profited. And they also established a gunpowder factory around 1216 that was very successful, and a mint in 1615. They also had a very notorious slave trade here between 1621 to 55. Around 131 ships transported around 38,000 slaves whose price ranged from 27 to 40 guilders during the high demand years. Pulicat was finally captured by the British in 1795 and annexed to the Chingalpur district, which was captured from the French. With the British choosing to focus on the Madras port and the Dutch sea power declining, Pulicat too slowly declined and ended up being a small fishing village, a big fall from its heydays. If you enjoyed this small video talk on Pulicat and its history, do subscribe to our channel for further such videos. Do like and share this video, and do share your thoughts in the comment section. This is Ratnakar signing off on another episode of History Under Your Feet.